So as a ministry of Revive, we have been going up to the Kimberly since July of 2014. And we go about twice a year, once in April, May, and then once in like July, August, September time. However, I've been going up since 2012 when I went up actually with my discipleship training school, and that's where God really gave me a heart for the Kimberly. So a big reason why Revive goes up every year is actually to build and continue relationships. As a base, Y1 Perth has been sending teams up to the Kimberly since 2011, but we really want to be the people on the ground there, but also partner with the local church and the government and schools and different organizations. We actually have a couple that lives up there in the Kimberly long term, and so we go up there as encouragement for them, but also to continue building the relationships they have. The Aboriginal people of the Kimberly are extremely relational, and so we're actually starting to see investment and breakthrough in that, because this time when we went up just a few weeks ago, it wasn't, okay, we'll see you when we see you, but it was, okay, see you next year or see you later. And so there's actually the understanding of we're not just a flash in the pan or a drop in the bucket, but we're actually really committed to the people of the Kimberly. So with Indigenous people as a whole, there's many different areas that a ministry can focus on that are in great need. As Revive, we focus on working with marginalized youth, so youth that get pushed off to the sides of society, and within Western Australia or regional WA as a whole, that's Aboriginal youth. So we go up there to work with Aboriginal youth and their families and their community. And so the issues that a lot of youth face specifically is processing trauma in many different areas. And there's domestic violence, there's substance and drug abuse, and suicide actually is a huge issue in the Kimberly. The suicide rate for the Kimberly as a whole is the highest in the entire world. It's almost 7 times the world average, which is just mind-boggling, because as of a little over 16 years ago, it was it was 10 times less or more than it is currently. So it's a huge need to actually bring in hope, bring in truth, and bring in love into the Kimberly. And so we look at all of these issues, including that fall under hopelessness, so that we can actually help bring change in the Kimberly region. We have actually been really blessed because of our going back to the Kimberly again and again to start to see breakthrough. Aboriginal culture as a whole has been studied and actually is one of the slowest changing cultures, so it takes time. And so we're starting to see doors being opened that we've been told are never going to open. Churches welcoming us, schools inviting us in, even though they know we're Christian. So public schools saying, come, please work with us, work with our young people. Organizations that the door has been closed are saying, come, we want you to volunteer, we want open doors to happen. Like I was mentioning, people are actually starting to say, we'll see you next year, instead of, okay, we'll see you when we see you. But it's actually the belief that there's investment, the belief that we'll continue working with them. And we're seeing people's hearts actually get stirred for the Aboriginal people. So people wanting to go and work there, and students that have done discipleship training schools with their outreach in the Kimberly are actually wanting to go back and invest long term. And so we're starting to see breakthrough in so many different areas that I'm actually really encouraged about what God's doing up there. There are so many ways that people can be involved in what God's doing in the Kimberly. Prayer is huge. I remember when I was praying on my discipleship training school about certain things for the Kimberly region, and I'm starting to see the fruit of that now as I'm up there. And so it's really quite amazing to see how prayer is really the front line of what we're doing, and actually seeing how areas and people and places that we were praying into breakthrough, we're getting to see that. So please be praying for the people of the Kimberly and the ministry that we do up there. Also, being educated is huge. I know I grew up in America and I didn't know about the Aboriginal Australians. And so actually being educated and sharing what you know is huge. Most people don't know that the Kimberly has the highest suicide rate in the world. So sharing that information is a great way to be involved and actually telling people about what's happening so they can be partnering in prayer, but also so that God can stir their hearts and possibly they can go. And then the last way is getting in contact with us as Revive. We would love to help people that are passionate about this get involved or become more educated. So emailing us at revive@ywamperth.org.au, and we can actually help facilitate either helping getting educated, prayer points, or actually looking at opportunities for involvement.